In this video I will show you how you can color match your photo and videos in a very simple way without even noticing the difference between photo and video, because the results are almost identical. So the software I'm talking about is DaVinci Resolve with a plugin that's called Dehancer. Well, DaVinci Resolve is free and the studio version is paid. Dehancer is a paid plugin, but it saves you so much time color grading that it's worth using. And let me explain why. And if you don't want to wait, just skip the chapter and go straight into the color grading, but I think it's very important to explain this. A while back, Dehancer contacted me if I wanted to do a collab. And every time someone asks me to do a collab, I always check out if I think the software is worth something, that it contributes something to my workflow or to a workflow of someone who follows my videos. And I make content about hybrid photography. And one of the things I know about hybrid photography, I get a lot of questions about it when I do workshops and stuff. People ask me about the color grading photo, color grading the video, and matching the photo and video. And color grading a photo is one thing, color grading a video is another thing. It's even more difficult, but getting them to be exactly the same is almost impossible for a normal person like you and me. For the most photographers and videographers, it's quite difficult to get a decent color grade, let alone be it a very good matching color grade. So I'm not going to let you wait to the end of the video. I tried Dehancer out and I was amazed. But this collaboration came at a very special time because DaVinci just released a new version that can color grade photos. And I was like, but if I can color grade photos, I can use Dehancer on photo and video. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to get that matching color of DaVinci in DaVinci with Dehancer. So to be clear, if you're a pro color grader, this video is probably not for you because you know how to do it. But for the most of us, it's more difficult. So I'm going to show you how easy it is. So I made a little folder with 4 videos and 4 photos. These are the photos, these are the videos. And they're from the same wedding that I shot, both photo and video, and I'm going to show you how I can make them equal. Normally what I do, well, if you edit your photo, you go to a Lightroom, you edit your photo, you do a preset or something, you buy my preset and you use the preset, and that's fine. But if I would grab a clip, so I have a clip right here, great clip, it's from my Canon, it's a log file, there's no color in it, so I need to color grade it. So normally what I do, when I have this clip and I go to my color grading tab, I will make some notes. I will make 5 notes, keep it simple. And those notes have names. This one is the brightness and contrast. This is my, and I quickly want to show you what we normally do for color grading and how simple it can be with Dehancer. Then we have a color space transfer in. Then we do color grading. Let's say we use Dehancer for color grading, Dehancer. Then we have a color space transform out. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. Let me move this one out. And this one is the grain, because grain, I always do grain separately because it kills your computer when you're using it. I will turn this one's off. So what I do for color space in, I go to color space in. This is normal. So when we start color grading, we want to create a very open color space. As you can see right here, it's a very tiny color space and I want to have a big color space. So what I do, I grab my color space transformer. What I do is say, well, it's shot with a Canon, with log 2, I want to transform it to DaVinci color space. And what I actually am saying to the color grading software is that I want to make a wider color space so I have more room to play with my colors. And already a lot of people say, I don't know how this works. So that's why I'm showing you. So I've made this color space in. I copy that color space like Command C, Command V. I swap it around, change the label name because this is the out. And then the end of the notes, I say I want to go from the DaVinci wide gamut to a Rec 709. You probably know a Rec 709 to Gamma 2.4. So as you can see right here, it has become it has some color. I'll turn these off. This, with more space to work with. Between these two, you color grade. I can make it simple, I can make a very big node tree. You can make it as a complex if you want with DaVinci. I don't like complex color grading, I like very simple, straightforward color grading. So the first thing I could do is like, oh, I want to change my brightness. I don't think the brightness is too bright. I can say, well, I want to make the whole video, everything a little bit less bright, like this. I do it right here in the color wheels. Then I say, well, I want to color grade something because it's still just a normal Rec 709. I grab Dehancer. So I throw on a Dehancer plugin, and as you can see, it looks horrible. So that's why I always reset my Dehancer. And we choose a Rec 709 color space because of reasons you will see later on in the video. I choose a Kodak Vision L350, that's fine. Put a developer module on it so I can change my color like this. You already see a big difference. And then maybe some halation. Yeah, right here, some halation, let's say. And I have a simple color grade. I can say right here, I want a Dehancer on it. With the grain, and only what I do here is putting some grain on it. Where's the grain? Here's the grain. I'll always take a big 65 millimeters ISO 50 and have some grain on it. You can see here, without grain, with grain. And I have a very simple color grade. But if I would copy this node tree, this whole tree on a photo, it really looks horrible. So what do? Well, so now I'm going to show you the new way, in a very simple way for you as a photographer and videographer. So let's grab this beautiful shot, if I can say it myself, of them under the veil. Not color graded. And now we're going to do the same thing, but a little bit different. And why we're going to do it different? Because we want to use it on photos. I'll make some notes, and yeah, I use my keyboard a lot. You can do right mouse button, create a note, but I do it a little bit different. This is my brightness and contrast. This is my color space in. Color space transform, well, actually not in, that just is my color space. Yeah, and then I'm gonna choose I'm gonna make a Dehancer, and I have a grain. You can do right mouse button and label something, but I made a shortcut for it. What's very important, because the timeline, I work in a timeline. So if I go here, the timeline I work in is a DaVinci YRGB. Timeline color space, DaVinci WG intermediate, and output is 709A. That's very important. So that's my color space for my timeline. And within that timeline, I will color grade. That's where I made this node tree. So again, what I do, I make a color space in, because I need color in my photo to make it have some color. So the color space transform, put it right here. So instead of that I'm choosing the camera and stuff, I just keep my timeline as it was. So when we go to the settings, this timeline setting, that's the one we're using. It's already DaVinci Resolve intermediate, Rec 709A, perfect. And we only have to create an output color space and an output gamma. So that's what you do. And what I do, I'm going to choose Rec 709 and gamma 2.4. So now we have made the color space. The brightness is still in front of the color space. That's always the way you work. Then we have the Dehancer, and then we have the grain. I'll turn off the grain. The only thing of those we used is this one. That's the only thing we're using right now. Well, now I can say I want my brightness to change. I think it's too bright. So I go to my color wheel and I say, well, I want to make it less bright like this, or the highlight less like this. I changed my brightness settings. I can even do it like this. I can add some contrast like this. I can use a tone curve. But for the sake of the video, we're keeping it simple. And here comes the magic. We grab Dehancer. Dehance. So German. Dehance. This is the Dehancer. It always throws on the same color grades. That looks horrible. If you see it like this, I disable all tools. So there's nothing, it's doing nothing. So if I turn it off or on, there's no difference. Let's say I want to get a cool color grade. So what I choose is, Kodak Pro 100. I like that one a lot. Pro Image 100. I like this one. Turn it on. It's already doing something to my photo. Then I will open my film developer tool. And I keep it simple right now. On, and I will pull in some color. You see the difference already. You see the color. Like this. It's quite warm on the skin, but let's go a little bit wild. Then some expanding. We don't need to, but with expanding is like the white point to the black point. You can make a little bit more contrast like this. And we have a color grade. Well, as you can see, it already looks great. Turn it off, turn it on. It's a big difference. And the great thing is it still looks very natural. It doesn't look graded, but it is graded. I like the fact that something doesn't look graded immediately. Then I have the last note is the grain. I always do it always do it separately. When I throw on the grain again, I disable all tools, so there's nothing doing nothing. And I can go to the, where is it? Grain, add some grain. And I always like to keep the grain like a 60 low ISO. You get very fine grain because I like fine grain. So you really have to zoom for the grain like this. Turn it off, you see it like this. Just fine grain like this. And now I have a graded video. A little bit shockery. Sorry, it's from the server. That's what it is. So I have a photo of the same session with my same camera, but it's a photo. Well, what we can do right now, that's a great thing. And now we can create a power bin. So right here, you see a power bin. And this is one I made earlier. But if you go right mouse button, add a power grade album, we can say YouTube tutorial. Tutorial. So we have a tutorial file. I like this color grade, and I can grab a still. So now I have a still, I have a full-on node tree of this edit. Now I'm going back to the timeline because I want to do the same thing with the photos. So there's a new addition to DaVinci. As you can see right here, is a photo part of the software. I'm not going to full detail about. There's a lot of videos about how and what it is, but it's very simple. It's way simpler than Lightroom. What we do right here, we're going to look up the folder where the photos are in. Now, you can see 4 photos. It won't recognize video because it's only photos. And this is your edit timeline, your album. So what do? I throw in my photo in my timeline and you'll see a raw photo. On the right side you have a raw conversion. You got some editing parts of the photo file. It's like a raw converter like Adobe has. So normally we'll edit in sRGB. So that's the workspace of Lightroom. But I found when you do it like that, you don't get the matching color from your video because we want to have a matching color. And still remember, video and photo are different color spaces, work differently. So we have to cheat a little bit, if I would like to say it like that. Normally auto-tune, the auto-tone normalization is on. I don't like auto functions, even though this is a lot of auto stuff. I turn it off. So now I have the photo. The photo is unedited, it's just a raw file. And what it has done, it has created a different timeline. So when I go back to my timelines, it created a photo album timeline. So what I got here is my Dehancer timeline and with the video we just made, and this is my photo album timeline. So if I'm in my photo album timeline and I go to my color editing, I can say I made a great color grade, I just throw it on and it looks horrible. And that's fine because it has to look horrible because we have to turn something off. That's the color space transform. For the photo, we don't need a color space transform. We could do that, but it becomes very technical. We don't want that color space transform. So we will turn it off. And the only thing we have to do, because the photo is shot differently from video, I always underexpose my photos, so I have to throw the exposure up, like 1 or 2 stops underexposed. And that's what we see. It's the same photo, it's already edited, but it looks horrible. You can see right here that it looks horrible. So if I go to my contrast and my brightness, and I throw up the brightness, you'll instantly see that it all becomes better, like this. Or I can do it with this, but it's like overall brightness. I can say, well, I don't want to use the overall brightness, I want to use maybe the midtones like this, the highlights like this. I can do it in different ways. A little bit more like this. I can black point. That's it. And that's purely because I underexpose. If I would expose the right way, it instantly will look way better. The photo is edited. I didn't do anything on color grading. The only thing I did, I turned off the CST and the grain. You can turn it off and on. And why is the grain different from the Dehancer also in photo? Well, in photo, it could be that your grain just looks horrible or better. You can choose or change your grain. So if you look at this, so remember this, this is the, turn this off. This is the photo version. If you go back in the timeline, this is the video version. The only difference is there's a little bit more contrast in this video. That's because I did it manually with the brightness, but I could change. I could do the same thing here and create a little bit more contrast right here, like this, and get the same effect. So maybe the highlights a little bit less or high. It's just a contrast brightness thing. You don't have to color grade anything. Go back. This is the video version, like here, so it's moving. This is the photo version. It's the same color grade, only for photo and video, and that's the cool thing about it. Let's grab another example, because now we know how to do it. Again, we grab this node tree because it already looks great, and you see this node tree looks amazing on this video, because I shoot the same style, same camera, so already works. This is an example how fast it works, but we want to have a different style, so we go for Kodak Hector here. So it's a completely different style, but still really cool. Well, they have a very red skin, but as they both did a lot of sunbathing before the wedding, so they're a little bit orangey. I think they used some orange oil or something to because their skin's quite orange, but it's just a sun tanning thing. I can pull it down if I like in the film developer tool. I can say, well, less color boost, see, so it becomes a little bit better. So now we made again a great color grading. I grab a still, go back to my photo album, I grab the photo, put it in the album. So when I put it in the album, it gets on the timeline, turn off auto, break 709. I go to my color grading part of the photo. I say, I want this. This is my color grade. I turn off my color space transform, brighten up the image. Also need more light, like here. A little bit more, maybe the black part. The highlights a little less, maybe a little less. And I get the style I want. I can play around with it. If you like, I don't like it doesn't work. You can always extend the contrast and you can just open it up or close it to add some contrast. But the thing is, now we have a color grade. It was original. And if you go to the video, you have a video version of this. It's the same, and that's the great thing about this. We can export the photos, we can export the video, and we get two of the same looking products. So I hope this will help you out as a photographer and a videographer to get your color grade looking awesome without doing a lot of stuff to have an instant great product. The presets in DaVinci we call LUTs. You have LUTs, presets, you can use in all your photos and videos and just instantly have that great look without spending hours in Lightroom and in DaVinci. And the lovely people of Dehancer were so kind to give a 10% discount, which you can find in the description of the video. So if you want to see more about hybrid photography and video, and you want to know everything about it, check out my channel. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's below here somewhere. Just click it like this.